Hi Rohit, could you hear me?
Hi Rohit.
Yeah, hi. Again.
Hi, Rohit. Good morning.
What is the last topic we had?
Thread.
Thread, threading.
In that last topic, thread, the different types of threads we have seen, right?
Yes.
So, apart from that, what you have seen? Different types of threads. Your naming of threads we have seen. That's it, I guess, right? Only two things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone remembers? Only types of threads. So how many types of threads we can create? So this is without any class, we can create that particular thread, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what we have with the thread as superclass,
Yeah.
and what you can say with class.
Correct. Yeah.
So we have seen how to name a particular thread, right? Now, what are the different things other than naming the thread are present, and how to access it? So for every thread also some memory will be allocated, right? What I'm saying, apart from single thread, main thread, we are creating a particular separate memory by using the start. And when I call the start, a separate memory will be allocated, and that memory will be useful. So what is that memory address? How to know the thread memory address? So we'll write a program for that. So we have a particular thing known as ident. So identifying a particular thread location, you can say. Okay. So next thing, how to write the thing. So from threading, import start. So from threading, import start, and I can write a particular dev. That's a display thing, you can say. And this is what child thread writes. And how to call it? By using a particular target, which is a display, and we can have to call the start.
Mm-hmm.
Then the display will be getting executed. So I can use this print to have main thread location equal to what I can say, whatever the current thread is running, that current thread dot ident. And the same way we need to write for the child thread, right? So child thread location equal to, and we need to write t dot ident because t is a memory which was created separately, right? Save this thing as thread G dot Python program batch 1. The batch 1 has thread ex dot py. Okay. CMD G drive series space Python programs and series space batch 1. Okay. Py space, what I can say, thread example.py. Spelling I have written wrong. It's display. You can see that main thread location is different and child thread location is different, right?
Yes.
So it's a different memory. In a single program, we are able to create two different memories and able to execute that. Right? So this is only possible using this ident, which gives the location of the thread. Okay. So next thing. After having this, have you seen that sleep?
Yeah.
Sleep also you have completed, right?
Yes, we complete.
Next, I can know the active threads also using a function known as active underscore count. What is active underscore count in the sense? It will tell the active threads count. So how to write a program for this? So what is it? Thread, we can just get the name. Current underscore thread dot get name. Okay. And what I can say, that name has started. It started working on that particular thing. Next, we can give some time dot sleep. If you want to import that, import time dot sleep. So 3 seconds we are giving that delay. Okay. Next, print active threads. If you want to know the active threads, active count. It will directly retrieve that particular thread count. Let's create two threads now, like T1 equals to a thread which is a target display. Display is the name. And if we have one more thing also, like if you want to give a name, we used to call T1 dot set name, right? And then you used to give the name of the particular thread. Instead of that, what you can do is that you can give a name here only directly. So what I can write here, child thread 1. So that child thread 1 you can say. Same way, I'll create another thread. This is what T2 with child thread 2 name. Okay. And I'll call T1 dot start, T2 dot start. I want to check how many active threads are there and how many are getting removed. So what I have to do again, print active threads. I'll just take the same statement, print it here, active threads are there, and time dot sleep is there. What is the time dot sleep? We'll have for 5 seconds. Then all the threads will be completed. Then if I print it again, I'll get only one thread. Here it will have 3 threads. Here it will have only one thread. Why? When the sleep is there, when this thing is getting executed, it's done, completed, the memory will be deallocated. Who is doing that? Garbage collector. Okay? So garbage collector will remove those particular threads which are not being used. So active thread was 1 first of all. Then again 3 we got the active threads. Right? Is it clear? Any doubts? Everyone is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was mute. Yeah.
See, by using this active underscore count, I'll get the particular count of the threads, right? And first it was 1 thread because the main thread is only active. Next we created 2 more, so it was 3 here. Next 5 seconds sleep, in the sense what will happen? That 5 seconds sleeps will complete those thread execution. After that, it is idle. So if the memory is not being used, the garbage collector will directly deallocate that memory. Who calls the garbage collector? PVM, right?
Yeah.
What is PVM?
Python virtual machine.
Python virtual machine, right? Now, after this, we have one more thing known as enumerate. What it does means the similar thing of act underscore count only, but the thing is it will display the active thread names. Here I'm not getting any name, I'm just giving the count, right?
Yes.
I'm just giving the count that 5, 3 or 2, 1 are there. So if you want to know the active thread names also, then what we can do, we can have a particular method known as enumerate. So enumerate will give the particular number of active thread names. So what I can do for I in L. In L we have some names. If you want to print those things. Active threads I dot name. It will give that particular active thread names. Save this thing. Active threads are main thread, active threads child thread 1, child thread 2. So these are the active threads, right?
Yes.
And when the thread gets completed, after the sleep, because once it executes, it's done. So what I can write here, print. Directly I can say it ended. So what will happen? What threads are getting ended? We can see. Child thread 1 is ended, child thread 2 is ended. Then the active threads are 1. What is the active thread there? If you want to see
Enter.
again, what I have to do, copy this thing and enter this part. Again the same thing I am doing. Child thread 1 ended, child thread through 2 ended, then the active threads are the main thread only. Understood, right? We can use the active underscore count to count that particular number of threads, right? And active threads, and enumerate will give the list of those active threads, list of those names. Any doubts in this thing?
No.
So we have a separate method known as join also. So what this join is doing, how it works. We'll write a particular function display for I in range, suppose some 5. So what will happen? It will take from 1 to 5 itself. Print, I'm saying Avengers thread. And what we have here is a sleep method. So eventually I'll call this time dot sleep. How many seconds? 2 seconds is sufficient. T equals to thread of target, that's a display, and T dot start. So what do I have for I in range? I'm writing one more thing, and here I'm trying to print Marvel's thread. Without join, I'm showing you first how it executes, and with the join, how it turns out. Avengers thread came, then the Marvel's thread, then the Avengers. That's the thing, right? But what I can do is, I can use a particular function known as t dot join. So what does this t dot join will do? First active threads it will execute, then the next thread it will join it. So active threads got executed, then the Marvel's thread, right? Understood the output difference. Here first every Avengers thread came into output, then the Marvel's thread,
So
right?
this output we can get without using thread also, right? I mean, only the sleep is the difference.
But thread is required because multiple memories are executing. Is the screen display is going? Are you able to see that?
Yes,
Yes.
we can see.
Some disturbance is there. Oh, shit. You can hear this voice, right?
Yes.
But the screen got stuck. Yeah, so that was the thing. Like join, what it will do first, it will execute the thread, main thread, then the child thread. We'll take another thread example and do it, but it's not coming. So I'll do one thing. I'll restart the system once. Okay. So you join in 2 minutes. I'll update because the entire screen got stuck. Display got stuck actually. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.